it may look like a weird little machine, but this little machine is going to be staying with us for the remainder of the game, and it can help us do quite a number of things, as we're about to find out. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Shining Force 2. So, last time we were able to go back to the shrine where we were able to successfully defeat its guardian, Teros, and obtain this machine that is in the middle of your screen, the Ancient Caravan, being driven by the archaeologist and historian Dr. Rode. And this thing has the opportunity to give us a lot of ways to be able to take people with us, things, and it also has a third purpose, which we're now going to show off. So, let's start making our way back through the desert, and we're going to go up to the north. Up along this mountain line, we're going to see this particular area here where the water is. Now you can see it kind of looks odd. It looks like there's a bunch of stones on it. Now, we can't walk on water, but the caravan can. And when we get inside of it, we can take it and go to the west. So let's go ahead and do that. In addition to that, if we take it further up north, we'll actually be able to go somewhere else. And that somewhere else just so happens to be our particular, if I can find the damn thing, where are you? Hometown. So here's New Grand Seal. So yeah, the caravan can give us the opportunity to shortcut our way back to where Grand Seal currently stands, but we don't want to come home yet. We have other things to take care of at this point in time, but I just wanted to show that off because that's going to become actually relevant later on. So we're going to go ahead and take the caravan back down this rolling river of rocks. We're going to go over into this cave, which has some odd music in it. In fact, I actually want to check the campfire, where the campfire was, to find a dry stone. Now I know what you're thinking, like, what good is that? Well, this is something that, again, we cannot use until much later. We want to talk to this guy. We came from grounds to look for Mithril. Yeah, as we can see, they are not having much luck because they're having a hard time getting out through. Recent earthquakes have buried the tunnel. My friend is sick now and we can't dig out the tunnel without him. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, speaking of said sick friend, here he is. One of us went to look for the ferry. I hope he's alright. If you're so cold, we should get him a blanket, but I don't think the sprites, the way that the sprites are laid and designed for this game, that he would be able to have a blanket on him. In any event, we want to move on. We want to go over here, and we have, right over here on the left, an odd green patch. This is a little hidden village that we can visit. We can come in here and we can do various things. Among the things I want to do is find some specific items. So let's go ahead and start looking through town and seeing if we can indeed find what we're looking for. Also, as well, something I'll talk about that is not really a good idea to use because it'll be very difficult to go after right now. There's a training area that you can use, but it can also be used as a challenge area, but you cannot go there at our level, or else you pretty much will die instantaneously. So let's get this treasure chest and find the Vigor Ball to give it to Sarah. And this is something that I was talking about before, like, you need specific items to take with you in order to accomplish certain things. The Vigor Ball is one of them. Now there should be a second chest around here somewhere. Yeah, if you go to the right, you will be in that one challenge area. You'll also find another chunk of Mithril. And what we want to do is leave town, then go back in. Now, what I want to do is I want to go up into the building here. And we find Fairy Powder. Now, Fairy Powder, if I remember correctly, restores your MP. If I remember correctly, that's the only item in the entire game that does that. Alright, I also want to check the bookshelves here and find the secret book. So now we're finding these special items, and I'm sure you're wondering, like, what is the purpose of these items? Well, let's go over to the priest here. Because we're going to promote someone. In fact, we're going to promote the only person who is currently eligible, which is Sarah. So yeah, we were waiting to promote Sarah for a while. If we did not have the Vigor Ball that we just obtained, she would just receive a normal promotion to what will become a Vicar, meaning that she would just strictly remain as a healer. But by use of getting the Vigor Ball, we can turn her into something else. Specifically, we can turn Sarah into a Master Monk, meaning that not only would she be a healer, but she would become much more useful as a fighter in battle. So this is what we want to do. This is how we want to promote Sarah. We don't want her to simply become a vicar, we want her to become a Master Monk. This is one of the items that is used for this particular purpose. I currently have 2 other items that serve a similar purpose. There's a third that comes on later in the game, but I'm not at that point in order to use it. But now, Sarah is successfully promoted to Master Monk. And so now, we need to actually go back. Be careful the light is always on your side, because, yeah, with Sarah now in her new promoted state, we're going to see that she is no longer equipped with the Power Stick, because as the Master Monk, she cannot use rods as weapons. She needs something else. So I'm going to take a quick time out here, and I will show you what exactly Sarah can be using for a weapon in a moment. Okay, so I went back to Hassan and got Sarah the weapon that she is now equipable with as a Master Monk, which is the leather glove. So yeah, she can now be equipped with gloves. She can also be equipped with brass knuckles, as well as other knuckles of the sort. So this is what Sarah now uses, and in addition, since we promoted her to Master Monk, whenever she gains an experience level, the balance of the amount of HP and MP she gets will start to favor her HP more than her MP. But that doesn't mean that she still won't be useful in her capacity as a Master Monk as a healer. So, one last thing I need to take care of as well. We've been holding on to this for a few episodes now, the running pimento. Now remember I mentioned that we could not use this particular item until someone was promoted. And so, now that we've got the person promoted that we wanted to, we'll go ahead and give it to them. So, let's go ahead and give this to Sarah, so that we can make her even more versatile. Yeah, Sarah is definitely by far one of the best party members you can have in the game. There's one more last thing I'm going to take care of before we get started. I did not deposit everything that I needed to from the previous episode. We still have a chunk of mithril that needs to be stored. In addition to that, we're also going to store this dry stone. Right, that should take care of everything. And in addition to that, I also have made it a point to, since we're pretty much got Kiwi down to reduce to nothing, we've taken him out of the party because we now have the capacity to do that. So, if you have someone who has a sword next to their name, that means they are an active party member. If they don't have it, that means that they're in the caravan. So, we replaced Kiwi with our new party member Rick, and so he will be assisting us as we begin to move our way to the west, where we will run into another battle. Yeah, you thought it was going to be that easy? No way! So, we're still at 11 party members, given that we swapped Rick for Kiwi. And in this particular battle, we will have to deal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got new enemies out here, 2 new types of enemies. I believe that's all that as far as we can go to the west. 11, 12, 13, 14, and that looks to be it. Alright, so yeah, we have 2 new enemies that we're gonna have to deal with as we continue to make our way across. Plus, we have gotten more and more people promoted, which is good. Some people are still not quite there yet, but are getting close. Alright, Slade, why don't you take the lead here? But not too much of one, because the Soul Sword is still out there. Yeah, we're now dealing with orcs now. Alright, Jaha, we also want you up front, too. And over to our 2 centaurs. Our 2 centaurs who wield spears, Chester and Rick, specifically. Alright, Kazin, you take this position right here. May, you'll come up over this way. Oh, we got the Soul Soarer backpedaling here. That's a bit of a surprise. Especially since these enemies are so close by. But a bit of a surprise. No doubt about it. And we have High Priests to deal with too. Evil High Priests. Probably not like the ones in Final Fantasy XIV. But anyway, yeah, let's see just what Sarah can do as an attacker. So let's have her take a shot at the Soul Soarer. And check out her awesome backside. Yeah, in this promotion, she definitely is showing off a bit of skin. Now, I'm sure that got a lot of you excited if you're watching. Alright, Rick, you are actually in a position to make an attack for the first time. Launch your spear against the Soul Soarer here. 9 points. That's a good start. Oh, he even comes in for an encore and puts it away! Rick making an impressive debut. Alright, Kazin, let's have you move up now. We want to try and start getting it to the point where people who are promoted will basically be tanks, and those who have not yet been promoted will be doing most of the offense. Like Chester here. Let's have him attack an arrow launcher. Throws that at him for 13 points. And in hindsight, I should have stepped back. No matter. We'll be just fine in our current situation. I hope. Yeah, I hope we do. So far, it's slow and steady for these guys. But Sarah, she's just chugging right along. Takes a shot at the arrow launcher now. 26 points! Look at that damage! And Jaha, well, he's doing his tank job. And he even comes back with a counter for 7 points. It's insanely rare, but I've actually had this happen where an enemy or someone will attack twice in one turn, but then the enemy will counterattack and even be able to counterattack twice. It's extremely rare, but I have seen it happen. Peter, you are pretty much good where you are. Why don't you lead the fronts? Why don't you lead up front? And, well, he's gonna be feeling some pain from an arrow launcher. Takes 8 points. And not surprisingly, this arrow launcher goes after Slade. Hits him for 7. Waiting for this gargoyle to make his move. And so, who we get next to attack? Geralt will have an opportunity to attack. Go over here and soften up the Soul Soarer a bit. Slash into that thing for 9 points. Alright, Bowie, you're good where you are. We need people to be on offense. Hopefully Jaha will be able to put it away! Mission accomplished. And it's enough to get him to another experience level. So down he goes. And Rick, let's have you go after... Well, let's have you go after this arrow launcher. Put it away for us, man. You're off to a flying start here. Yeah, one more attack like that, we can get him promoted. Kazin. Yeah, so much excitement has been going on, and you haven't been able to enjoy it yet. We need you to soon. Slade with a 14. So now we're going to be launching ourselves soon up against the Orcs and the High Priest too, as well as new enemies as well. And it's not just those guys, there's also another new enemy that we haven't had the opportunity to highlight yet. Dark Madam. So yeah, these guys will be throwing everything they can at us. Alright, Chester, try and put this arrow launcher away. See ya! There we go. Not enough to get him an experience level, but we're getting him closer. Alright, Sarah, you're pretty much good where you are right now. We'll wait for them to come to us here. So we can start moving up. And we'll get ourselves closer to our adversaries in this battle. So this gargoyle that's biding his time from the top. Not quite enough range for Rick to score, but he will gain another level on his next attack. Okay, so now, yeah, it becomes a waiting game. Who wants to suffer first? Lots of options, but little time. It's the Dark Madam who will launch first with a group attack. Freeze level 2. Hitting Sarah for 14 on a crit, Peter for 12, Geralt for 12. So yes, our opponents make their presence known in a big way. Jaha, move up please. Luke, let's have you come over here and start wailing on the Dark Madam. 8 points. And this is where it's going to start getting a little bit dicey now. Because you want to make sure you can get your characters promoted, and you also want to make sure you're leaving no one behind. Alright, Sarah, why don't we just have you heal this turn on yourself? As you will be needed. Alright, let's have them continuing to move around. I'm getting impatient for my strike here. In fact, Peter, why don't you come down here and hit the gargoyle? 21 points. Okay, May as Bone Knight. Yes, now that she has the Robin Arrow, she can attack from 3 squares away as opposed to 2. Useful when dealing with something like a Soul Sower. That was very useful. Now Peter takes another 8 points of damage and is almost dead. Meanwhile, this gargoyle's still making his way down. Let's have Rick kill off the Soul Sword because I consider it more dangerous. 3 turns for Rick, 3 kills. It's just that easy. Poof! Alright, Geralt, you will hold your ground. You can even heal yourself while you're here. And do it in flashy style. Ah, group attack again. Well, thankfully, she can't use Freeze 2 again, but we're gonna suffer from it anyway. 10 points on both Rick and May. Centaur's feeling the chill. In the meantime, Blaze 2, if you would please, Mr. Kazan. And kaboom boom boom for 9 points. Not quite dead yet. And then again, there are lots of people who are so close right now. Ah! Ah! Yeah, so many people are close right now to getting that next experience level and getting to level 20 so that they can earn a promotion. We're so close, and it's so important to get these guys to kill when called upon. 6 points against the Dark Madam. Bowie, you're pretty much good where you are. I'm gonna have you step back for a moment. Chester, you can actually attack from range here. Do away with her. Got it. Is that enough? It's enough! Well, here's the thing. Chester is another one of those guys that I don't want to promote yet. Yeah, there's another thing that we have in mind for Chester, but we're gonna hold on that for now. So he will continue to remain in our party, but until we get the item that we're looking for, he's not gonna be of much use. Well, he still will be, but as far as getting improved weapons, he's not gonna get any new ones for a while. Rick, though, however, I do want to promote straight away. Alright, May, why don't you move up? Yeah, we might as well start continuing our advance. And, ooh, Rick on the receiving end of an attack from the gargoyle from 8 points. And this other gargoyle, more than willing to take his time to get to us. So I will just move up in the meantime. Alright, Blaze 2, please. This should be enough to do away with the gargoyle. And it does. But it's not enough to get Kazan another level. Alright, you don't have any healing items yet, Rick, so you just stay right there. Geralt, you go ahead on the lead. So yeah, we'll have people start moving up again. Just so I think you have a... No, you don't have a healing item yet. Alright, Slade. How far can we take you? Because yeah, now it's a guessing game again. How far can we go before the enemies start charging headlong into us? Well, we should heal Rick in this with this opportunity being presented. And for those of you who are wondering, that's even though she's equipped with a leather glove, Sarah's attack in her new sprite actually results in her kicking rather than punching. Don't ask me why, that's just how they designed it. It's weird, I know, but don't blame me, this is all Sega's doing. Alright, May, I think you're good to move up a little. Bring ourselves towards our main group of opponents, as this gargoyle has taken all the time in the world. He's in no rush to get to us. We'll just go ahead and keep following this path. Alright, so here's where it's going to start getting a bit tricky. Orc, meanwhile, is taking his time. In fact, I might as well just have some people behind who haven't been promoted yet to get an opportunity to score on these things. In fact, I would like to try, if I can, to draw in the gargoyle, both the gargoyle and the orc. Because, yeah, they've been staying away for a long time, but we need to get them to come to us. Or else we're going to get so far ahead that what happens over here could mean that they don't get an opportunity to score. Alright, Sarah, you hold your position right there. May you do the same. Yeah, we'll wait for them to come to us while we have people who have not yet been promoted to stay back. Yep, here's what we were looking for. Got the gargoyle to move. And he hits Chasm for 12. Alright. Geralt, you move up over here. Rick, you come down this way. Luke, you launch an attack against the gargoyle. 15 points. And Kazin, go ahead and use Blaze 2. And another 10 points. It's a slow, painful, arduous grind, but believe me, it will be worth it when it's all said and done. Believe you me when I say that this will be worth it when it's all said and done. Alright, Chester, we still need you to draw in the orc, please. Jaha, you're good where you are. Orc, choosing to only move one square at a time, which is surprising. But yet at the same time, not so surprising. Yeah, perhaps we need even more temptation. Is there anyone else who needed healing? I think May needed some? Yeah, let's give May some healing while we're here. That's 10 points back to May. Now, come on over. I want to destroy you! And not get destroyed myself. Alright, Rick, let's move you up right here. Hopefully you can draw in some enemies. Well, Chester, you have a shot here at the orc. This is probably a bad strat, but we need to start weakening you so that Sarah or Kazin and Luke can get some shots in. Alright, Jaha, we'll have you move forward. Geralt, we'll have you stay here. Meanwhile, Luke, do away with this gargoyle. There we go. Victory is ours, and it's enough to get Luke another experience level. Alright. Meanwhile, the orc does come up to Chester. And even though he takes 13 points in damage, Chester's HP is already so high that it actually worked to my advantage for things to work the way that they did. Okay, Bowie, we'll have you start launching attacks on the orc here. Soften it up here to get Slade up. a little more closer to his next experience level. Okay, can't do anything with Kazan yet, but Slade can make a move. How much can he score? 6. But it's enough to get him another level. Okay, Sarah, we will have you... You're going to be in a position here where you're going to cast Blast 2. And take to the skies. Hit him for 9 points. Alright, Peter, you're good where you are. And perhaps this should not come as much of a surprise. The High Priest, being a healer, heals the orc back to full health. So yeah, we know who to get rid of! We very much know who to get rid of. And that's you, fatty. Take this! Half your health. Oh, but that leaves her wide open for the gargoyle to come in and score 10 points. Alright, Geralt, I need you to soften up the gargoyle for me yourself. Or maybe not. Alright, Rick, you have a couple of options here. Let's have you go after the gargoyle. If we can keep the High Priest occupied with healing, that'll actually work out better for us. Alright, Slade, let's have you go after the High Priest. We need to teach this guy a lesson. 11 points. Alright, Luke. Not quite there yet, but we got him close. Alright, Chester, you're good here. We now need you to stay where you are. Well, hopefully that was enough to draw the orc in a little more. Bowie takes 11 points. That was enough, but I worry for Kazan. I very much worry for Kazan. Alright. Bowie, attack the orc. 9 points. And Sarah, let's have you finish off the High Priest. Since everyone over here is at level 20, you're in a good position to stop this guy from doing his business. And now Sarah has heal level 3. Okay, Jaha, move out into the open. Kazan, I need you to... I don't think you have a healing item, do you? No, you do not. Well then, just go ahead and attack. Blaze 2. 10 points. And it's enough to get Kazan an extra level. He's now to 20. So I think that leaves the only one currently in our party who's not at level 20 is Luke. I think Luke is the only one who's not yet at level 20. Alright. I keep thinking Peter has a healing on him, but he doesn't. And, yeah, that's how far heal 3 can reach. You also may have noticed, when the bad guys cast heal, they have little evil devil fairies flying around. May start striking the orc here. Ooh, crit hit for 18! And it's enough to get her first level after promotion. Ooh, Gargoyle wants Rick. Takes him for 8 points, and comes with an encore for 6. Alright, Slade, why don't you finish this thing off? You're in a position to do so. And down goes the orc. Alright, Kazan, Blaze 2 again, please. Get this guy weaker. Make him weaker. And hopefully that's enough for a kill from Luke. And hopefully that'll be enough to get a promotion. 10 points against the High Priest. It is over to Luke. Come on, Luke. Finish him! Oh, are you kidding? Oh, Luke is promoted, which means we don't have to hold back. So does that mean everyone's at 20 now? thought we still needed to get one person up to 20, but apparently not. I guess everyone's at least at level 20 now. That's exactly what we were looking for. Alright, 9 points of damage against Scarehalt over here. Alright, Chester, that means you have the right to finish this fight. Yeah, for some reason I thought Luke was not yet at level 20. But yeah, he got his promotion in this battle. Sarah, kick it up a notch. Down goes the gargoyle. Right, that takes care of that. Alright, Jaha, come over and start tanking. With May close behind. We were able to get the Soul Sword to move to Jaha. Hit him for 7 points. No stun. High Priest, not surprisingly, heals himself. He only needs to use a basic healing spell here. Alright, let's move the forces, all hard to the left. Rick, you can attack from range. Go get the Soul Sower. 9 points, rather. Alright, yeah, Kazan, you pretty much stay where you are. There's nothing more you can accomplish in this fight. And Jaha, in the meantime, 11 points. Slade can't quite get to an opponent. Let's have Geralt continue to weaken the High Priest here, so that the attention stays on himself. Meanwhile, Geralt, on the receiving end of a crit hit for 15. Alright, Luke, charge! Chester, you two. Alright, Bowie, let's have you come in and get a shot in. Let's have you finish off the Soul Sower. That was enough. But the Soul Sower already on the point of being too weak for us to get maximum effect on gaining experience points, as the High Priest once again takes the high road, I guess, and heals himself. But heal 3 should be enough to get over to Geralt, which is who we need to heal. But yeah, Sarah really will be a very versatile warrior from this point forward. Peter, charge in. May can't... Oh, she can't hit the High Priest from 3 squares away. I was about to say, wait a minute, I don't have that opportunity yet. Yes, I do. Yeah, sorry about that. Kazan, you just enjoy the fireworks from distance. I want to go after the Orc. I want to see if I can... Because I think if I kill the High Priest here, that will be an automatic victory for myself. I mean, we can do it anyway, but I think killing the High Priest will result in an automatic victory. Oh, we got a Shining Ball! Nice. And Slade did get another level. Okay, we do have to finish off the Orc. Alright. Fine by me. Alright, Jaha. Tank away. Not to be confused with Tankeray. Yeah, speaking of alcohol, the day I'm recording this is the day before the Super Bowl, and last month, or it'll be 2 months ago now, as of the day I'm recording this, at a Christmas party I won a raffle where I got 2 bottles of liquor. One was a bottle of Canadian Club whiskey, and the other was another type of whiskey. It was a Jack Daniel's whiskey, but it came in a special gift box that not only had the bottle, but a pair of shot glasses. And so, now that we've killed off all these enemies, we're gonna go to the left, but we're gonna save that for the next episode, because I have something else in mind. Because now that we have everyone up to level 20, we can now promote everyone. So let's start going back up here. We didn't lose anyone in the last fight, which is good. So let's go ahead and give the priest an opportunity to promote the rest of our party. So, well, we're not going to promote everyone. Like I said, we're going to wait until we've gotten a certain item for Chester, and then we'll promote him. But for now, we are going to start promoting Jaha, and he has a special item that can give him different traits if he was on, rather than if he was just promoted normally. So, Jaha can be promoted to Baron with the Warrior Pride, which is what we found in New Grand Seal. So we'll go ahead and do just that for our good buddy Jaha. Yeah, he may have been rather lazy in the get-go from the start, but now he's a full-fledged Baron. Next, we have another special item that we can use, and it's going to be on Kazan. Kazan wants to be promoted to Sorcerer with a secret book. This will result in Kazan losing the spells he had been using previously, but he only has one attack spell if you just have him get promoted to what would have been his normal warrior class, which through promotion, which would have been wizard, and that's Blaze. He wouldn't have gained anything else. If we turn him into a sorcerer, then all the spells he get will be capable of attack. So we're going to give him the opportunity to become a sorcerer. Yeah, it is best to use it on Kazan, because it really is a great opportunity to get a lot of good offensive magic through him. Someone else we want to promote is Slade. Yes, he does. He can now become a ninja. Yeah, he goes from being a thief to becoming a ninja. Yeah, I never understood why they put ninjas in Western-style, medieval-style RPGs, where it is in a Western setting. So I've always found that confusing, but Slade is now a ninja. And he even gets his sprite changed. Someone else we can get promoted is Luke. He can now be promoted. And he'll go from a bird man to being a bird battler. So yeah, we're just racking it up here right now with the promotions. And promotions like crazy in this place, along with some special promotions as well. And finally, Rick. He hasn't been with us long, but he's gonna get an immediate upgrade to become a paladin. Yeah, not the Final Fantasy style paladin, but a paladin nonetheless. He'll still be able to use spears and lances like he would if he was normally under the circumstances, but there is a special item to promote Centaur Knights. We don't have it yet, and we won't get it until later, but we will be getting it, and when we do, it'll be used on Chester. So Rick is now successfully promoted to a paladin. So, as it stands right now, we have no one else that we need to promote. Chester is the odd holdout, but we're gonna hold off. And this silver tank, this is yet another item that can be used for a special promotion. But we don't have a person in our party right now who can use it. So we're gonna hold off on that for now. So we're gonna go ahead and save the game. There's something else I need to do as well once we close the episode, and I'll do that off camera, and then I'll rejoin you guys once we get back to this point. But as it stands right now, everyone in our party, minus Chester, has been promoted. So, now that we've taken care of that, we have to continue going to the west, because we still have a long way to go in order to meet up with the former Greater Devil, Creed. But it's not him who we'll be dealing with next time. Next time, we'll be dealing with someone else altogether. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Shining Force 2. And when I join you again, we will continue to make our way to the west, because we will need to prove ourselves as worthy rescuers of someone who is in distress. And no, it's not Princess Elise, unfortunately. She's still locked away in that other dimension, but don't worry, eventually we'll rescue her too. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.